Caroline, you the band. Hello everyone, Ryan here, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the new Aminé album titled Good For You. Aminé is a Portland rapper who is making alternative hip-hop music and managed to get a pretty big hit earlier this year with the track Caroline. A track that's pretty quirky and a little weird, especially for hip-hop today. This isn't like your usual mumble rap or your trap banger, which typically is the stuff that charts, but Caroline is quite an alternative hip-hop sounding song, which actually became a hit. And honestly, I don't really like it all that much, to be honest. It's okay, it's kind of cool, and it's a little weird, but I'm not all that into it. So, of course, going into this album, I had really low expectations. However, I was pretty wrong. This album is actually pretty damn good. I mean, I like the creativity that Aminé displays on all of this album. I mean, that some of the beats are so creative and so like off kilter that I'm surprised that that he was able to do this. Aminé displays some good rapping ability and can sing pretty well too. Occasionally it's backed by some auto-tune, which is a bit off-putting, but when the auto-tune isn't as prominent, he actually sounds pretty good. Most of these songs are about girls and relationships, and actually does a really good job of doing tracks like that because it never once comes across as corny or cheesy. You know, don't worry, this isn't a whiny Drake album. I really like the opening track on this album, Veggies. Again, it has a pretty cool beat to it, and I like the way Aminé sounds. He actually sounds really good on this song, like his vocal ability is really good on this track. But, you know, Ty Dolla $ign comes in at the end, and honestly, that feature is pretty disposable. I kind of like Ty Dolla $ign. I'm not a fan, but he usually puts in a good feature, but this one just feels a bit pointless, to be honest. Also, like with the Offset feature on Wedding Crashers, not one of the stronger tracks. I kind of like some of the lyrics on this song, but again, it comes across as a little meh at points, and Offset didn't really fit this beat particularly well. We even have Nelly on Yellow, which actually isn't too bad, but again, some of these features are just a bit out of place. It's kind of like they were there for the star power, like, oh, let's just have these rappers coming in because they're of their names to get this album a bit more attention. The only feature I really love on this album is Charlie Wilson on the track Dakota, because his vocals are always excellent. You know I wanna make you feel. Hero and Spice Girl are definitely some of the highlights on this album. Hero with a really cool beat on the track, that down really good, and Aminé sounds great on this kind of beat too. He sounds great on a lot of different kind of styles and beats, which I really appreciate. And the track Spice Girl, which pretty much references every Spice Girl there is, and he does a pretty cool job of doing that too. And it turns out he actually had to get permission from all of the Spice Girls individually for that track, which is pretty funny. And right towards the end of this album, we have Beach Boy, which has this amazing little piano melody laced into the beat. I think this actually could work as his next single, to be honest. If he were to release his next single, I think it should be Beach Boy. It also has a really poppy chorus. I think this could catch on for a lot of people, but to be honest, he's probably going to be a one-hit wonder with Caroline, even though it's a shame because Caroline is actually one of his weakest songs. Not the worst on the album, however, though, because Shut the Fuck Up is a really terrible auto-tune song. Shut the fuck up! It sounds really bad, I think, all the way through. This just does not complement his style at all. And a few tracks towards the end of this album were a little bland and kind of made me a little bored at points, but it does kind of get you back into it, you know, with tracks like Money. I do like that, and Beach Boy, as I said. And the closing track has some decent vocals from Kehlani. Again, though, it's another feature that feels a little pointless because the vocals aren't that prominent on the song. But honestly, this album is such a fun listen. Like, I can't stress enough how fun a lot of these songs are and how surprised I was at how good this album is. It's kind of funny because quite a few albums this year in hip-hop I've anticipated but actually have let me down a little bit, or I've been a little disappointed, whereas this album from Aminé, which I wasn't anticipating at all, ended up being pretty damn good. It's kind of funny how it ends up working out sometimes, but this is a good album. Definitely go check it out. I would give this a C+. Really fun. Definitely give it a listen. And if you like this review, make sure you subscribe for more reviews, and have a good day.